Well, Coach, the calendar may say autumn, but temperatures are still pretty sweltering here in North Florida. But the good news, the radar is clear. Still, hydration will be key today at TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between our visitors and the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Here we go, set, 60 outlaw, 80 weapon, let go.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Joe Mixon, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Wow, first play in the game, CD, 75 yards. These people, they haven't even filed in yet from the tailgate lots.
Everyone talks about starting out fast. Everyone talks about getting explosive-type plays. That was absolutely a thunderbolt. And on the defensive side, he spent all week scheming, all week preparing, and it seems like it goes right out the window.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Tackle made there by the safety, Derwin James.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It'll be a gain of 7, and they get it back to a 3rd and 3.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
Defense wins championships, baby.
They'll set up a throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Well, let's see here, Charles. He was sacked 6 times last week. Now a first-quarter sack. What's going on in his mind?
Well, he's thinking to himself, 5 offensive linemen. I got sacked 6 times last week. Let's start thinking about keeping extra people in. Tight end stays in. If I have a fullback or the running back, they stay in and help me block. Maybe not as many receivers in a pattern. Anything to try and slow down that pass rush.
It's a 69-yard punt. 69 yards. Wow. And the Chargers will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. The Charger drive about to get going. And they hit the home run last drive. 1 play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt. Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
A tale of 2 extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead it works opposite.
And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
I smell fear in that offense. Go.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Quit talking about it.
Back to throw here. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a first down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary. Figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Yannick Ngakoue in on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
70, Indy, X3, 218, chop. Kill. Yep.
On second down, here's Mixon. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. It got his man complete. Give him 30 yards there.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a first down.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Ready?
I know he ain't got it. Watch that in. Watch that in. Got it right.
Chris don't travel.
Hey. You got 3.
Get it.
Well, a first carry here for Robinson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
That's it, baby.
Look at me, zipper.
3, check 3. Switch. Rush in.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2.
Go. Shoot.
Protein spill. Hey, Delta.
Check 59, Mike.
Let's go.
He'll look to throw. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. The 3rd down run gets him nothing. And no field goal try here from the red zone offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Got a man. It's Ross, complete. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal.
Here we go. 10-2 stop.
Hey, man. Watch the boot. Watch the boot. Watch out. Watch out. Watch out. Watch out.
They'll give it to Mixon, and he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Joe Mixon with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the 1st quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized it.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the 1st half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Ready. Watch 49. Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run. Nice 7. Let's go. Jet.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
That one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. They lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. They'll look to throw here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Off the edge, the sack by Matt Ioannidis.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. And he gets off a high spiraling kick. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to...
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Guys, it's game situation. Let's go.
Check the backer, check the backer.
He'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
They're watching the film, and it's working. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full stretch.
On second down now, it's Sanders. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
On first and 10, it's Sanders. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage, because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward.
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down. Went backwards. And he's going to go down again.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position.
Set. 60 outlaw. Recon. 152 fighter.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59.
They gonna need some therapy after this.
Mike, check 59.
Hey!
Okay, double up.
Now.
Second and 5. He'll let this go for the end zone. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. John Ross, his 5th touchdown now on the year. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Charles, not to point fingers, but how much of this goes on the shoulders of the offensive line? Well, look at the 6 sacks last week. That's the 4th in this game.
Definitely the bulk of it does go on the offensive line. That's what they're tasked with doing, keeping the quarterback upright and clean in the pocket. But I think they have to look at, okay, are we bringing in extra people? Is the ball out of the quarterback's hands quick enough? There are a few other factors that they have to look at to try and help out, but you're exactly right.
Now they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. Oh, but this is going to backfire as it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Switch. 80 weapon.
Hey, alert 3. He's coming. We got double up.
They'll run here with Robinson. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
Get ready. Watch the safety creep.
61, matchbox lights.
Watch the run.
Get it.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10, and he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Let's go now. 70 in. I'm coming after you.
So we have reached halftime. Intermission with the visiting Chargers on top. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. They'll go again with Sanders. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Another drive comes and goes, still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9.
49.
They're going to try and throw. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Hey, nothing to see here. Just your standard 4th down gain of 28 yards. And the drive keeps going. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. They'll drop the throw. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And this is recovered by the Chargers.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
49, check 49, check 49. Hey, high 7.
59 mark, 59.
Now.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. A big play there. With a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it is 28-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Well, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Get him. Check. Crunch. 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 Topper. Topper. 49. 49 to Mike. 49.
He'll drop to throw. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
On 2nd down, it's Sanders. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
On the ready. 49, guys. Mike, 49. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, they really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, and especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Now on fourth down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position.
Okay, ready?
59, Mike is 59. Mike to 59. 1, 2, 3.
Let's go.
On first down, Robinson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. On the run, it's Robinson. And he's got room. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They run. Robinson trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
Watch one. Slam. Check safety.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Hey, box truck.
They'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. They do get 9, but it leads to fourth down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. They'll try and run with Mixon. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Denied on fourth down is Joe Mixon. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team up. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 48. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
On second down now, it's Robinson. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Ready. 10 juice up.
First down, Chargers.
They'll run it now with Robinson. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up first and goal. They'll try and run. This is Robinson. And he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. Back now in Jacksonville. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. The Jaguars on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. They're going to look to throw. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's going to air one out, and they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line.
Come on, set. 60 or. General West.
3 buds.
Get it.
They'll run on 1st down. Robinson. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the... Stick sets up a 1st and goal.
Chargers.
Ready, set.
Mike Bart 9. I'm on. Double tight. Double tight. 3 down.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Jack.
Let's go.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. A great effort there. With his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. As his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded at the 6. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Second and 12 at the 23-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Coming to you, coming to you.
Kill, pilot, 64, weak.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Shotgun snap and then the give to Sanders. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a 1st down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Right back to Sanders on 1st down. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
2nd and 12 at the 28-yard line.
Let's go now. 70 in. Let's go, defense. Hey, go.
Looking to throw, sliding out of the pocket. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 15. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Meanwhile, here, a run on 1st down really backfires as he's going to be brought down well behind the line of scrimmage. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. The Chargers on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 17.
Protein spill. 5.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. 4th down. They'll run for it with Robinson. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one.
1st down, Chargers.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down L.A. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Robinson. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go.
That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
Check 52.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. The end result, 21 yards. They'll run on first down. It's Robinson. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, second down.
No gain on the play. Brings up second and 10 at the 15-yard line.
So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession.